Hari Om children, welcome back. Today we are going to see a new topic, that is decimals. In this chapter we are going to learn about what are decimals, how we are going to identify decimals, and how we are going to use decimals in our daily life. Introduction. Numbers with a point are decimal numbers. Numbers with a points are known as decimal numbers. For example, 1.5, 12.7, 35.5. These are the examples of decimal numbers because we are having a point in between the numbers. Now, for example, in our daily life, what we are seeing weight, height, and interest rate in the following examples. Here I have given three examples, right? In this, our first example is weight. Here we are weighing the weight of fruits. So what is the weight of fruits here? 3.25 kgs means 3 kgs 25 grams. Altogether we will note it as 3.25 kgs. Now second one is weight or height. Sorry, it's not weight, Nana, it is height. How we are going to check the height? We are just looking at the height of the pole. So what is the height here? 4.8 feet. Now the third one is we are going to bank. In the bank we are taking home loan and the rate of interest in the bank is 2.5%. This is how we are going to see the decimal numbers in our daily life. Now, decimals represent fractions. Decimals represent fractions. For example, in the following figure, one block divided into 10 equal parts. In fractional term, each part is 1 by 10th of a unit. It can be written as 0.1 in decimal notation. Notation means in decimal form. The dot represents the decimal point and it comes between the units place and the tenths place. We can see this point in between the units place and the tenths place. Here, if you observe this block, how many blocks are there in this one block? You will be having 10 equal blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. These are the 10 equal parts we are having in single block. So we can write it as 1 by 10th of the block. Okay, this is one part of the block. How many parts we have divided? We have divided one block into 10 parts. So the first one is 1 by 10th part of the block. If we want to identify the fraction of 7th block, how we are going to write 7 by 10? 7th part of the total blocks. If it is 10, 10 by 10 is nothing but our 1. 10 by 10 is nothing but our total 1 block. So this is how we are going to write in the fractional form. Now, representing decimals on a number line. Now we will see how to represent decimals on a number line. We represent fractions and integers on a number line, right? In previous chapters, we learned how to write numbers or integers on a number line. In the same way, likewise means in the same way, we represent decimals also on a number line. In the same way, we can represent decimals also on the number line. To represent a decimal number on a number line, we divide the unit length between 0 and 1 into 10 equal parts. First, suppose if you observe your scale, you will be finding, if it is 15 centimeter scale, Nana, you will be finding the scale starting with 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters you will be finding. So the part from 0 to 1 centimeter will be divided into 10 equal lines, right? Now, between any two integers, for example, 1 and 2, we have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8 and 1.9. So, we have to mark. We can mark between 1 and 2 using a ruler. How we are going to mark? For example, locate 1.6 on the number line. We have to locate 1.6 on the number line. How we are going to locate? First, we have to see that 1.6 is located between the numbers 1 and 2, right? 1.6 is located in between 1 and 2. Then the unit length between 1 and 2 is divided into 10 equal parts. Lastly, 1.6 is located. This is our 1. Here it is our 1, right? And this is our 2. If you observe, we have divided this into 10 equal parts. 1.1, 1.2 like that till 1.9. We have divided them. Now we have to identify where is 1.6 here. If you observe, our part 1.6 is lying here. So we have to draw a straight line to identify the number on a ruler. This is how we are going to mark the decimal numbers on the number line. One more example we'll say here. Write the following as numbers in the given table. So we have to write the exact number according to the place values. So here if you observe here, one block is consisting 10 equal parts, right? We are having 10 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many are there like that? We are having 3 blocks. So 3 into 10 will be giving us 30, right? 3 into 10 will be giving us 30. Here how many ones blocks is there? Only one ones block is there. So that is 1 into 1. And the last one is tens place. That is how many tens are there here? 2 tens are there. So how we are going to write this? 2 into 1 by 10. Right? Because 10th place means it will be always the numerator will be 1. So we have to write the numbers 3, 1 and 2 according to the place values in the table. So how we are going to write tens, ones and tens. So how many tens are there here? We are having 3 tens. So write the 3 in the box. How many ones are there? 1 ones are there. Only one block. That is 1 we are writing here. Next, how many 1 tenths are there? 2 1 tenths are there. So write 2 in the tens place. Now, there are 3 whole blocks, 1 block and 2 1 tenths portion. So we get 3 into 10 plus 1 into 1 plus 2 into 1 by 10. That is equal to 30 plus 1 plus 0.2. When you are adding all together, you are getting 31.2. How you got this 0.2 here? How you got this 0.2 here? We are dividing 2 by 10. So when we are doing dividing 2 by 10, how we are going to do? Just do the simple calculation here. 10 should be divided 2. So in 10 table you can't divide to put a point. Then you will be getting a 0 here. So 10 to is a 20. Right? Remainder is 0. Now before point there is no number. So what we have to do? We have to write simply a 0. That is 0.2. This is how we are going to form our fractional number into a decimal number, and then we have to add. Now we will see our next example. Write as decimals. We have to write as decimals. 7 tenths is our question. 7 tenths. Tenths means we always know that is 1 by 10. So what we have to do here? We have to take 7 and that should be multiplied by 1 by 10. So when you are multiplying this like that, what you will get your answer here? You will be getting here as 7 by 10. Now, when you are dividing 7 by 10, what will be your answer in the decimal form? 10 should be divided by 7. So, 7 will not go in 10 table. So, what we have to do? We have to put a point here. Put a point. When you are putting a point, then you will be getting 0 in the place of ones. Now, your value is 70. Now, in 10 table 70, how many times it goes, Nana? It goes 7 times. 10 sevens are 70. What will be your remainder here? 0. So what is your answer? 0.7. We are not having any number before point. So what you have to write here? You have to write 0. 0.7 is the answer. Now our next example is write as decimals, that is 2 tenths and 9 tenths. What will be our solution now here? 2 tenths means what? 2 should be multiplied by 10 plus 9 should be multiplied by tenths means 1 by 10 always. So 9 into 1 by 10. So 2 into 10 will be 20 plus 9 into 1 by 10 is 9 by 10. So 9 by 10 can be represented as, if you do the division, you will be getting 0.9. Now when you are adding 20 plus 0.9, you will be getting your answer as 20.9. Okay ma, I hope you have understood how to calculate 9 by 10, because in the first example we have seen how to do the division of 7 by 10. In the same way you have to do the division in the form of 9 by 10. Now we'll see one more example here. Show the following numbers on the number line. That is 1 by 9. We have to show this number 1.9 in the number line. Firstly, it is seen that 1 by 9 is located between 1 and 2. The block between 1 and 2 is divided into 10 equal parts. 1 by 9 is marked on the number line. So, we all know that 1 by 9 lies in between the portion of 1 and 2. This, here what we have to do, we have to divide into 10 equal parts. When we are dividing into 10 equal parts, our number line represents 1 by 9 here. So, just draw a straight line to represent the number on the ruler. That is 1.9. This is how we are going to represent the decimal point on a scale. Now we are going to see about hundreds. Hundreds means 1 by 100. In hundredth, one block is divided into 100 equal parts and each part compresses 1 by 100th of the entire block. Okay ma? Now, if a square is divided into 100 small squares, the area of each small square will be 1 by 100 or 1/100th of the entire square. If you observe here, this is our square box and it is divided into 100 equal parts. So the shaded part is 1 by 100th part. In the same way, how many portions you are going to shade, that many portions will be on the top and that will be divided by 100. First, suppose I have shaded this portion. So how many boxes I have shaded here? If you observe here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what will be answer here? 6 by 100. It will be, because 6 blocks are shaded, we are writing it as 6 by 100. Now only here one red block is there for regular example. So it is 1 by 100. The area of the smaller square shaded red is 100 of the entire square. The decimal notation is 1 by 100 means here if you observe we are having two zeros. So we will be having point before two digits. So our number is 1 only here. Right? Two more zeros. 1 by 100 is there, no, here. As I told you, you will be having number before two digits. So what you have to do, just before one write two more zeros. So our answer will be 1 2. So two digits I got. In that before I have to put a point and write the remaining number. So what will be our answer? 0.01. This is how we are going to calculate 1 by 100 into decimal form. Now, we'll see our problem. Write the numbers given in the following place value table in decimal form. Hundreds, tens, ones, 1 by 10. 1 by 10 means, tens means 1 by 10. Hundreds means 1 by 100. Thousands means 1 by 1000. So here what are the numbers? 0, 0, 3, 2, 5, 0. First one is the number, that one. So in hundreds place we don't have any number. So we will be writing 0 into 100, 0 into 10, 3 into 1, 2 into 1 by 10, 5 into 1 by 100, 0 into 1 by 1000. We all know that any number multiplied by 0, the value will be 0 itself. So when we are multiplying 0 with the 100, what will be our value? It is 0. 0 into 10, 0. 3 into 1, 3. 2 into 1 by 10, 2 by 10. 5 into 1 by 100, 5 by 100. 0 into 1 by 1000, 0. Now, what we have observed here, we are having 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 3, 3. So, just add the numbers what are available here now. 3 plus this 1 by 2 is converted as 0.2 and 5 by 100 converted into 0.05. Because only 1 0 is available in the tens place, we will be having point before one point. One digit. Here we are having zeros, two zeros in the hundreds place. That's why we'll be having two digits before the point. Okay, Nana? Now, add 3 plus 0.2 plus 0.05. If you are adding this, you'll be getting 3 plus 0.25. When you are adding 0.2 and 0.05, you'll be getting 0.25. Now add this again, you'll be getting 3.25. This is how we are going to multiply the numbers and add the decimal points. We'll see our second example. What is our number there? 1 into 100, 0 into 10, 2 into 1, 6 into 1 by 10, 3 into 1 by 100, 0 into 1 by 1000. Now, when 1 multiplied by 100, our answer is 100. 0 multiplied by 10, 0. 2 multiplied by 1, 2. 6 multiplied by 1 by 10, 6 by 10. 3 multiplied by 1 by 100, 3 by 100. 0 multiplied by 1 by 1000, 0. Now, add the numbers. Remove zeros. So, 100 plus 2. This 6 by 10 can be converted into a decimal point, that is 0.6. 3 by 100 converted into a decimal point, that is 0.03. Just 6 by 10 means how many zeros are there in the denominator? Only one zero is there. So, after one digit, we will be getting a point. So, put a point after a single digit. No numbers are available here. So, put a 0. 1 by 6 by 10 can be converted as 0.6 now. In the same way, 3 by 100, if you have taken, there are two zeros in the denominator. So, we must write two digits and after that we have to put a point. But we are having only one digits on the numerator. So, what we have to do? Just write 3. Before that put a 0. Then put a point. When no number is there, put one more 0. How many zeros if you add to the right of the digit, the value will be the same. So what will be our answer here? 0.03. Now add all the digits together. 100 plus 2 you will be getting 102. When you are adding 0.6 plus 0.03 you will be getting 0.63. Altogether you will be getting 102.63. This is how we are going to add our decimal points. We will see one more example here. Write the following decimals in the place value table. 0.29 is our sum. Now how we are going to do this? 0 is at ones place, 2 is at tenths place, 9 is at hundredths place. So we can see that 0 should be multiplied by 1, 2 should be multiplied by 1 by 10, 9 should be multiplied by 1 by 100. As we all know that when we are multiplying 0 with any number, our answer will be 0. 2 multiplied by 1 by 10, it is 2 by 10, right? This 2 by 10 can be represented as 0 by 0.2. 9 by 100 can be represented as 0.09, right? Now, you write 0.09 here. Now, add all together. When you are adding, just omit 0 and then add 0.2 plus 0.09. Your answer will be 0.29. Now, we have to place the numbers in the table. How we are going to place? We don't have any hundreds, so write 0, no tens, 0, no ones, 0. But how many tenths are there? 2 tenths are there. How many hundredths are there? 9 hundredths are there. We don't have any thousands, so write 0. This is how we are going to write a number in the table. Now we will see one more example regarding decimal points and how to write them in the words. Write each of the following decimals in words. So what is our question here? 1.20. After decimal point, we should not write the numbers or read the numbers together. We have to write them individual numbers. So how you are going to write? 1.20. So what is our second one? 108.56. We should not read or write together. That means we should not write a 5 and 6 together. That is 56, or read together as 56. We have to read or write them separately. That is 5 and 6, or 5, 6. How we are going to write now this? 108.56. This is how we are going to write or read the decimal numbers. Hope you have understood all the examples. Now, children, it is your work. You have to practice all the examples what we have learnt in this video and complete your exercise. If you have any doubts in these problems, you can get back to me. Go through each and every sum, read them carefully and try to solve. Each and every sum is related to your examples only. Hari Om. Thank you.